Thank y'all for tuning into the Meet You from the Midwest podcast. Next thing I wanted to get into while I was on sports is NFL draft this week. NFL draft is from the 25th to the 27th. The first 1, 2, 3 rounds. Um, I just want to speak on what pick the Titans have, where I think we going, what should we be going after as a fan, and I want to just speak on a couple of people that's in the first round that should be getting drafted. Main thing that stick out to me this draft is what will the Chicago Bears do? The Bears own two top 10 picks. They got the ninth pick and they got the number one pick. What it looks like, they've already got rid of Justin Fields, so it's obvious they going for Caleb Williams. That ninth pick, I believe they should go for another receiver to put with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. I know they got rid of Mooney. They didn't really get much out of him. But they should definitely get another receiver. I want to say this: Rome Anduze and Malik Nabers or something like that. Those two dudes and Brock Bowers. I take that back. Those guys right there are three receivers, tight ends that they could go for to pair with Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen. That makes sense to me that they would do that because they just need to make that offense. They got this. If they get Caleb Williams and a receiver in this draft, this will be on paper one of the best offensive teams that the Bears have ever had, at least that I remember. Because back in the days, I honestly can't remember nobody. Like I know that they had not Orton. What's the dude name? Fuck, I can't think of his name. He played for the Broncos. Damn, I can't think of his name. Jake Cutler. With Jake Cutler, that was the last time they had. It was Jake Cutler and Brandon Marshall. That was the biggest when it came to their offense. But outside of that, man, they just need to build this offense up so they can put points on the board. And they went and picked up some solid pieces on defense, so they can actually turn around and start winning the division or be in contention with the division with the Green Bay Packers and maybe Minnesota or whatever. I think that's where they're gonna go. Obviously, as a quarterback, obviously, but they definitely need to get a receiver to go with them. The other thing I was seeing on there was the Cardinals. They need to get some receivers, so it looked like they might be getting Marvin Harrison at that fourth pick because Washington and New England definitely going for quarterbacks. They don't have quarterbacks right now, so they end up drafting the quarterbacks. Not too worried about the other guys right now. I do want to see where Michael Penix ends up. Right now, they're trying to project him to go to to Las Vegas Raiders. Who else do they have on here? I want to see where Bo Nix goes. Right now, they're saying Denver. And as far as the Titans go, just to be brief on the Titans, I believe that we're going to go for Joe Alt, the offensive lineman, the best offensive lineman on the board. It makes sense because we need to fix the offensive line. If we get the offensive line put together with some young dudes that can hold up their end on that line, I believe that Levis will have plenty of time to throw the ball. He's a deep ball passer. He's very accurate from what I've seen. Even with the line we had last year, with the few games he was able to play, he looked solid. So he just needs time to throw. We got DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and the other thing I believe we need is a slot receiver. I'm not a big fan of Traylon Burks. I just believe he hasn't been healthy. He can't stay healthy. I just seen him drop too many balls, like he just dropped a lot of balls during the game. He don't do it for me, man. With that second pick, I think that we should, with the draft being as deep as it is, we should go for a wide receiver. So if we get an offensive lineman, Joe Alt, and a receiver that second round, or if we trade up for one, whatever we do, I will be satisfied with this draft. We went out and got some solid players on defense. That's other pieces that we need to get together. Maybe draft a linebacker or a defensive end with that third or fourth pick. But that first and second pick has to go to an offensive lineman, that left tackle, and a wide receiver in the slot. So that's my predictions for the mock draft. Again, the draft is tomorrow, Thursday. Next week when I get back on here, I'll tell y'all what I think about all the picks that we end up getting and what I'm expecting from the Titans next year. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all tune into the draft on ESPN tomorrow, NFL Draft 2024. Like, share, and subscribe to the Meet You from the Midwest podcast on YouTube, Facebook,